Now, for more on QR codes, we're joined in studio by Boon, Teck, CEO of Kido Technologies, a company that provides point-of-sale systems to F&B and retail clients. Boon, first of all, just very in simple terms, what is a QR code?
So a QR code is actually short for a quick response code, which is an efficient way of storing data in a barcode. And we've often seen it in advertising. We've seen it in like digital text, like name cards. And of course, it's been pervasive in parts and inventory as well.
Right. Okay. Why is there a push then to standardize QR codes, though?
I think our previous attempts has always been we do not have a common platform, and that actually restricts adoptions, and that stops. And if you have a system that not everybody uses it, and the merchants do not accept it, that's where it doesn't reaches critical mass.
Yeah, so ideally you want to have, well, to make it more convenient to have one that is used by all. Does that create problems, though, for businesses or current businesses that aren't on board with this?
Definitely. If the push is for digital payments and merchants who do not accept these payments, they might be left out in terms of the consumer choice. Yeah.
Okay, but what about for the current disincentives to them? Especially when you look at these mom and pop shops, right, or these smaller SMEs. How would the standardized QR codes be different from them? As compared to maybe perhaps let's say credit cards or even nets payment sometimes.
Well, for this QR code, you should be looking at lower rates in terms of the merchants. And with the wider adoption, it will actually be a productivity boost in terms of the merchants. They will have to do less manual counting of cash. They have to account for less manpower, and that actually allows them to actually receive payments from all different people.
Now, this is very much in line with Singapore's efforts to develop or move towards being a smart nation. Do you see this as being sort of, now we're on this path, there's sort of no turning back, I suppose, and that's a good thing?
Yeah, I think this is also quite a serious push in terms of displacing or reducing the reliance on cash as well, and making it much easier for consumers to actually spend money widely.
Now, I think I'm quite familiar with QR codes as well. It's familiar in some sort of places and not in others, like going to the cinema perhaps, quite easy to use QR codes.
Yes, we have seen it in terms of ticketing as well. We have QR codes that have been used in unique tickets. It's been used in advertising, in quick ways to open up websites as well. And in this case, we are using a common platform which allows consumers that sign on to any of the local banks to be able to tap onto this platform.
Sorry, so QR codes can actually contain a lot of information, because sometimes when you look at your boarding ticket as well, right, they have a small little QR code. So QR code has the ability to contain a lot of information that would essentially be beneficial both to consumers and your mom and the retail shops, correct?
Correct, and that actually allows more information to be stored in the QR codes, and it allows the businesses to actually adopt it.
And are there any concerns, I suppose the number one concern when things become so easy, security becomes a concern?
I think with the security in terms of using the QR codes on the phones, right now we do have biometric layers on top of the phone that tracks by the fingerprint, and these measures actually make it actually much secure than carrying cash around.
Yeah, that does mean that you need to have a phone that has that sort of level of security. Is there a danger that some people may become left behind or left out with this sort of push towards QR codes?
So one of the reasons why I think QR code was actually chosen as well, and because of even the most common smartphones right now do have a camera that's capable of adopting QR codes.
Okay, well, thanks very much for coming in and talking to us.
Looking forward to that, where you just, have one phone, you have your phone, and you can swap across everything, and you just have a common QR code. That's actually very convenient.
Yeah, it's going to get easier and easier to spend money. Anyway, thanks very much for coming and speaking to us. Boon, Teck, CEO of Kido Technologies, which is a company that provides point sales systems to F&B and retail clients.